Hey there, I am Dave Does, and you're watching the A.D.K, a rock and metal channel. On today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the condensed history of Megadeth. The story of Megadeth isn't just about thrash metal, it's about revenge, resilience, and the enduring vision of Dave Mustaine. Fired from the legendary Metallica in 1983 due to substance abuse and his personal conflict with James Hetfield for kicking his dog.
That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I'd been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog. I used to sell drugs. I'm telling you that the pot thing, in order for me to smoke pot, I sold it so I would be able to smoke it for free, right? I'm on stage, somebody knows I'm on stage, so what do? They jump through my window, take all my drugs. I said, that's never gonna happen again. So I got a dog. It was a dog more like an alligator with fur on it. It was a pit bull, right? So I took the pit bull up to rehearsal when I was in Metallica, and it stuck its little teeny feet up on the car of the bass player. James kicked the dog, so I punched him in the face, and that was the end of it.
Mustaine vowed to create a band that was faster and heavier. Mustaine found a pamphlet by California Senator Alan Cranston that read, "The arsenal of Megadeth can't be rid no matter what the peace treaties come to." It was whilst reading this pamphlet on the bus back to Los Angeles where the name Megadeth was born. Now, after arriving back in Los Angeles, Mustaine began the search for new bandmates for his band. He formed the band Fallen Angels, which soon changed its name to Megadeth. David Ellefson was one of the original members that formed the band from its inception through various lineup changes prior to the release of their debut album, the 1985 debut, Killing Is My Business. It was raw and uncompromising, but it was 1986's Peace Sells But Who's Buying that launched them into the thrash elite, establishing them as one of the big four alongside Metallica, Slayer and Anthrax. This lineup, Mustaine, Ellefson, guitarist Chris Poland and drummer Gar Samuelson, was groundbreaking, but issues with substance abuse led to the firing of Chris Poland and Gar Samuelson in 1987. The next album, titled So Far, So Good, So What, was a challenging affair for the band, which now had a new lineup featuring Chuck Bella and Jeff Young. Mustaine, going through a period of substance addiction, resulted in a difficult time in the studio. The album did pen one of the greatest and most recognisable songs in metal, In My Darkest Hour, written by Mustaine upon hearing about the death of Cliff Burton, his former bandmate in Metallica. Megadeth finally solidified its most celebrated lineup in 1990. Mustaine and Ellefson now included virtuoso guitarist Marty Friedman and drummer Nick Menza. This lineup delivered the masterpiece, Rust in Peace, in 1990, a technical marvel that earned them their first Grammy nomination. They followed this up with their commercial peak in 1992 with Countdown to Extinction, which hit number 2 on the Billboard 200 and featured the hit Symphony of Destruction. Now, the mid-90s saw a refinement of their sound and a more commercially focused endeavour with 1994's Euthanasia. This album also featured a behind-the-scenes creating of the album video, which showed the band go from writing stage into the recording studio and into the release phase. A great look into the recording process and the band. The commercial focus continued with 1997's Cryptic Writings. However, in 1999, their experimental album Risk alienated many fans and marked the end of the line for Friedman. Following more member changes and the 2001 album The World Needs a Hero, Mustaine suffered a severe nerve injury in 2002. Mustaine was hospitalised for the removal of a kidney stone and was administered pain medication that triggered a relapse of his drug addiction. Following his stay, Mustaine checked himself into a treatment centre in Texas. Whilst there, Mustaine fell asleep with his arm over the back of a chair, causing compression of the radial nerve. He was subsequently diagnosed with radial neuropathy, which left him unable to grasp or make a fist with his left hand. This forced him to announce the temporary dissolution of Megadeth. Now, Mustaine recovered and Megadeth reformed in 2004. The album, The System Was Failed, was initially intended as a solo effort, but was released under the Megadeth title due to contract obligations with EMI. After several more lineups, longtime bassist David Ellefson rejoined in 2010. The band continued to release strong material like Endgame and later found renewed critical success with Dystopia in 2016, which finally secured them their first Grammy Award for Best Metal Performance. Now, the 2020s brought more change, Ellefson's second departure and the arrival of musicians like guitarist Kiko Loureiro and drummer Dirk Verbeuren. In May of 2021, sexually explicit videos of Ellefson was leaked to social media. The videos, reportedly recorded by a 19-year-old fan who was in correspondence with Ellefson, led to initial accusations of child grooming. Ellefson and the fan denied these claims in separate statements and maintained the encounters were consensual. On May the 24th, Megadeth issued a statement announcing Ellefson's dismissal from the band. Now, the album The Sick, the Dying and the Dead proves Megadeth's continued vitality, and with the final farewell album titled Megadeth set to release in 2026 looking to be an instant classic. Through countless lineup changes, Mustaine's uncompromising vision has defined Megadeth's legacy, a powerhouse of technicality, speed and politically charged metal that cemented their place as thrash metal royalty. Which Megadeth era is your favourite? Let us know in the comments below. Well, that's it for another condensed history of Megadeth. Now, if you really like this video and would like me to do an expanded history where we go into a little bit more detail on all those different areas and some of the areas we may have glossed over, some of the lineup change details behind the scenes, etc., and would like me to put together something like that, let me know in the comments down below. We get enough likes on the video, we will certainly expand our the expanded history of series. Please do check out any of the other condensed histories that you may have missed. We've got the In Flames ones and the Metallica one already up there, with the remaining Big Four, Slayer and Anthrax still to come, plus many more planned for the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.